everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Nicole, and I make D&D minis slash fantasy sculptures slash sometimes I do other things, but welcome to my channel. I have a massive headache, and that is why I look like this today. Yay! Still don't have doors on my cupboards, but I kind of like it. I always know what's in the cupboard, so it's not a big deal. So I'm going to be painting today. I'm not painting a miniature necessarily, like for D&D, but I'm still painting like a fantasy kind of thing. Every once in a while I like to make little like fantasy busts, just because they're fun. If you don't know what a bust is, it's when it's like chest up sort of thing on a person or thing. So yeah, I'm going to paint this little lady, which I'm sure you've seen before because I've posted lots of pictures of her. She's actually based off of a painting by Dustin Bailard. Bayard? I'm not sure if there's an accent on it or not, but yeah, it's based off a painting that he did. And I saw the painting and I was like, oh my god, like this is amazing. I wonder if I could like challenge myself to make it into an actual sculpture. Sometimes transferring from 2D to 3D can be very difficult. Like there's things you can do on painting that you can't really achieve with a sculpture, like if it's soft around the edges or like wispy bits and stuff. So I really wanted to see if I could do it. Yeah, so we're gonna paint that today, and it's exciting. Let's see how it goes. Yay! Okay, so I'm a little nervous because the paint is sort of doing the same thing that it was doing when I tried to paint the NIS crystals, where the paint is sort of like balling, like it's not sticking to the mini or the sculpture. I'm not sure if it's because there's not enough primer on those areas, or maybe the paint I'm using is old, or maybe the paint I'm using is too thin. Maybe if I put a couple coats on it, it should like really cover it. Even if it doesn't work out, I'm still gonna post it. I'm still gonna try. I'm gonna like do the whole thing all the way through, because if there's anything I learned in like school and art and making things is that if you get like a third of the way through and you just hate it, you don't know what it's gonna look like until the end. Like you have to finish it anyways. You can't just keep making like halfway things and then stopping because you don't like it, because there's a very good chance that you're not gonna like it until it's done. And even then, you know, as an artist, you're probably not really gonna like it that much anyways, because we're really hard on ourselves. So even if it doesn't seem like it's working out, I'm gonna try to finish it anyways. Maybe it'll magically come together. Maybe doing a couple coats will fix it. And no matter what, I'm gonna learn something out of it. So if I learn something, hopefully you will learn something too. So I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna let it dry and do a second coat on the base, and hopefully that like covers it. Once the base is on, the rest of the paint should stick to it no problem. It's just getting that first layer. It's entirely possible I just didn't put enough primer on it. Who knows? But we're gonna figure it out together. The second coat is on. When it dries, I'll have a look at it and decide if I'm going to do a third coat or not. Now you might be thinking, why don't you just do a third coat right now? Like, it's all good. Well, if you try to paint something that's still kind of wet, you're just going to start peeling up the paint that's underneath it. So you have to wait for it to dry before you do another coat. Otherwise, you're going to peel off parts of it. Okay, so it looks like we're going to be doing a third coat. I'm worried that by doing like 3 coats of paint, I'm going to lose a lot of the detail, especially in the horns, but hopefully at the end when I do the wash, it'll still get into a lot of those cracks. I'm going to try to make it really thin and hope for the best. she looks so far. My phone is going to die, which is what I used to record, so it's a good time to take a break. I'll come at this again tomorrow after she's all dry, and then I'll have a fresh point of view, and maybe my headache will be gone as well. I'll see you right now. And we're back. It's a new day. I definitely don't have a migraine today, so I look a little better, yay! I look like a regular person, right? Kinda? Things to do today. Add some blood around the horns because they're going into her face. I want to put a wash. I want to paint her actual eyeballs. We're gonna do a lot today. Okay, so last time we were filming, I put some darker lines on the horns. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to shade in the horns nicely, put some highlights on them. I don't like how they look right now, so I'm gonna fix them. So highlights and shading are done. It looks way better than it did last time we left off. I'm super pumped. I like how they turned out. I like how the shading blends with the highlight, and I like how some of the lines are a little deeper than the others or whatever. I like that it's not perfect. It's not really supposed to be perfect. Yeah, I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to do a wash. Now before I was doing strictly black washes. I'm actually going to make the washes a dark brown / beigey color, and I'm hoping that'll go into the crevices of the horns, into the shoulders, you know. I'm just hoping that it sets in all the places and makes it a little darker and more uniform without making everything super black. Sorry if you can hear that my neighbors upstairs are loud. Okay, let's do it. Okay, the wash worked out really well. I'm gonna use a matte finish on it because I don't want it to be glossy, so let's do that. Yeah, I think the matte finish is gonna make it really cool. Yay. Fun tip, if you don't have something to put your sculpture on when you're spraying it, just use the lid. Matte finish is sprayed on. I have to leave it for at least 20 minutes before I can touch it, so hopefully I don't get impatient and try to move it beforehand. The famous green door. Anyway, I went to the dollar store with my best friend and we found some stick-on nails for $1.50, so I put them on because why not? Also, I was just waiting for the sculpture to dry anyway, so hopefully I can show it to you without covering it all up with these little Frankensteins. Anyway, the sculpture is finished. She looks so good. A sculpture based on the painting I Can't Help Myself by Dustin Bailard. I don't know. Are you ready to see it? Because I'm ready to show you. Okay, here she is. And there you have it. Isn't she cool? I'm so happy with how she turned out. I love it. I'm really excited. I think it's safe to say that I can probably turn 2D painting art things into 3D art things. That was the challenge, and I think she turned out super cool. I love the elongated neck. I love the little gold on the eyes. I love the silver eyes. It turned out really well. I'm super pumped. So yeah, hopefully you liked watching that. I know it wasn't a D&D mini, but it's still like a fantasy, little sculpture-y, painty business kind of thing. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, please like the video. Leave a thumbs up. Leave a comment. What do you want to see me make? Do you have any tips for me? Anything like that? I also have a Patreon, so if you want to support me or even just follow my journey, then check that out. I also have a Twitter, a Facebook, and a main website. Please go check them out. Okay, I love you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, bye!